Or why don't you start at the beginning, wherever that is for you?
Well, I was engaged to Ben, and living in LA, I felt like, yes, I want to make movies and marry Ben. And Jesus, I was only 19, 20. I'd never felt older in my whole life. But if I was honest with myself, there was a small part of me that felt dead, deadish. But you tell yourself, oh, no one's perfect, and no relationship is perfect, and boy, this tea is delicious.
Isn't it? It's the Manuka honey.
Anyway, you were asking about Charlie. So I was happy with Ben, but aware of the deadness. And I went to New York to meet with this director of this space movie. They take space seriously. It's sex trafficking in space. It was political, or that's what they wanted us to think, but it was actually fulfilling the same need that certain fucked up porn does, Anyway, while I was there, the producer invited me to a play, and it was in someone's living room, and all the lights were on, and it was like nothing I'd ever seen before. It was so strange and surreal and dystopian story, and it just so well acted. And there was this great shaggy bear, and he just played all his lines just directly at me, and of course I knew that couldn't be the case, but that's what it felt like, and well, later on I found out that was the case. Oh, these cookies are really good too.
I'll give you some to take home.
Afterwards, I met the cast, and this bear turned out to be the director, and he didn't really know who I was, or he did, or he figured it out later, and that was it. He talked to me, and I talked back, and it was like the dead part inside of me wasn't actually dead. It was just in a coma, and it was better than sex, the talking. Although the sex was also like talking, and everything is like everything in a relationship. Didn't you find that? We spent the whole night and the next day together, and I guess I just never really left. Although if I was honest, all the problems were there from the beginning. I just went along with him in his life because it just felt so damn good for me to feel alive. In the beginning, I was the actress. Yeah, I was the star, and that felt like something. People came to see me at first. But then as time went on and we got further and further away from that, and the theater company got more and more acclaimed, I just had less and less weight. Yeah, I became, oh, who? Or, oh, you remember that actress who was in that thing one time? And that would be fine. It would have been fine, except that I got smaller. I realized that I didn't ever really come alive for myself. I was just feeding his aliveness. And he was so smart and creative. It didn't matter. We would talk about things at home in private, and it would just work their way into public conversation or into his work. And for a while that was enough. I was just so flattered that someone like him would find an idea of mine worth using, or a comment of mine worth repeating. And then I got pregnant. And then I thought, having a baby will be ours. It'll really be ours, but it'll really be mine. And he was so excited. And it was nice for a while. But kids, they belong to themselves. It's like the instant they come into your body, it's just this process of them going away from you. And I realized I didn't belong to myself. I mean, it was stupid stuff and big stuff. Like, all the furniture of the house was to his taste. I didn't even know what my taste was anymore because no one had ever even asked me to use it. I didn't even get to pick our apartment. I just moved into his place. I mean, I made noises about wanting to go back to LA, but, nothing ever really came of it. And, we come here on holidays because he liked my family. But whenever I would say something about staying for a year or something, he just put me off. It would be so weird if he would just turn to me and say, "And what do you want to do today?" I watched this long documentary on George Harrison. I just thought, just own it. Just own it. Like George Harrison's wife. Being a wife and mother is enough. And then I realized I couldn't remember her name. So this pilot comes along, right? And it's shot in LA and it pays so much. And it was like, there's this little lifeline here for me. Here is a little bit of earth that's yours. And I was embarrassed in front of him. But it also felt like, this is who I am. This is what I'm worth. And it's stupid, but it's mine. And if he had just gave me a big hug and just said, "Babe, I am just so excited for your adventure. And of course, I'm so happy that you have this little piece of earth," then maybe we wouldn't be getting a divorce. But he made fun of it. I was jealous. Like he is. But then he remembered about the money. And then he told me I could funnel it back into the theater company. And then that's when I realized that he didn't truly see me. That he didn't see me as something separate from him. So then I asked him, "What's my phone number?" And he didn't know. So I left. And I think Charlie's also sleeping with Marianne, the stage manager.